So when we open up Blender, it's gonna probably look like this. This is a top view. Now, you can hold down Alt and drag your cursor around to change your view of this cube. Alright? Now, if you're on a Mac, you're probably gonna need to press Option, the Option button. Alright? So we have this cool 3D box in the center already. But we are going to get rid of it. We're going to press X and click Erase Selected Objects. Let's go to View Camera. Now what we're going to do is we're going to press Space. We're going to go to Add, Mesh, Cylinder. Make sure cap ends, make sure the word is dark. If it's light like this, just click on it. It'll become dark. And just hit OK. So now we have this cylinder. Now we're going to press Space, Add, Mesh, UV Sphere. Hit OK. So now, if you look, we have this sphere. We can use the blue arrow to drag it up and down. And just drag it so the sphere is about halfway up on the bullet. On the cylinder, I'm sorry. And so now we're going to hold down Shift and select the cylinder. Yeah, we're going to hold down Shift and select the cylinder. And hit Control and then click J on the keyboard. And then this will pop up. And just click on Join Selected Meshes. Alright? So now, when you rotate this, which you can do by pressing R, or move it, which you can do by pressing G, it all moves as one. It's one object now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to rotate it in rotate manipulator mode, which is the circle down here, and we're going to rotate it along the red axis, the red line, which is the x-axis, and rotate it so the sides of it are about parallel to the green line here. So when we go to move it, it moves correctly. Because you see, if it were like this, it doesn't move correctly if we move it along the green line. You'd have to move it on the green line, then on the red line, then on the green line, then on the red line. And that would be a little weird. Alright, so we're just going to go back like that. So now we have this bullet. And to record, or to make your animation, because right now we just have an object in a 3D world, what you're going to do is you're going to go over here until you see this little hand, and right click, and do Split Area. Alright, so now you have another picture of the bullet down here. Now go over here where it says Displays Current Window Type, and it should be graph. We want to change that so it's the timeline. So now, as you can see, you have a bunch of numbers here. It's probably kind of confusing to you if this is the first time you're on Blender. But these are the frames of your animation. So if I click on the 10 line here, this is the 10th frame of my animation. This is the 250th. You can set how long you want it to be, but I'm going to set it to 20 frames, right? So I have this sorry about that. I have this little short animation, alright? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and I'm going to click this red record button right here. And if if this is the first time you're doing an animation, it'll probably be blank. Just make sure it's on Add/Replace keys, alright? So now what we're going to do is we are going to, in the first frame, make sure down here, this is on 1. We're going to have the bullet here. And in the 20th frame, it's going to be over here. Alright? So now when we click play, we have the bullet flying across the screen. Alright? So basically, that's the basics of making a Blender animation. You know, you can apply this concept to so many things. all you need to know is that to make an animation, you just need to add keyframes, and then Blender will fill it in for you too. So the only thing I animated was this frame and this frame, and Blender filled in all the frames in between. It's like amazing. It's actually really cool. So again, that's just the basics, and there you go.